So, having had this much experience in this now, I'm very curious if I were to ask you what are your top 5 or top 10 most frequent kind of presentation mistakes, what would that be?
So for virtual, I'm going to focus on virtual right now because
Yeah.
that's where we are.
Yeah.
The virtual, I would say, is the lack of eye contact
Mm.
because me looking at this camera, because you're kind of over here
Yeah, I'm not looking at the camera right now.
proportionally,
This is the camera.
this is really hard and really weird because what I want to do is have a conversation with you. Right. Yeah.
Oh,
I want to talk
interesting.
to you right here.
Oh my goodness, you've
However,
already nailed one of mine.
oh good. So
Okay.
this I want I want you the audience to feel in like I'm looking at you, like I'm talking to them. And if I'm sort of looking off actually at you, I it's not the same. It's not the level of engagement. So I would say in the virtual environment, number one is eye contact.
Yeah.
And virtual second thing is lighting because that's really the number one reason why people don't look good in the virtual environment. It's
Hmm.
super simple. You don't need look. I have professional lighting. The
Hmm.
photography, awesome lighting. However, you don't need that. You can use natural lighting. You can use lamps. You can grab things from around your home, and as long as it's behind the camera lens, you're going to look better. You're going to look brighter and people can see you. And please do not stand or sit in front of a window that is open because that glare is deadly. You look like I
Yes.
talked to a guy yesterday who was like just shadow. He was a shadow of himself. I was like, this is weird. So every Tuesday on LinkedIn and Facebook, whatever your choice is, I do these tip Tuesdays live. So I come
Okay.
on, I talk like 10, 12 minutes about uh, things, right? Tips on professional presence and presentation skills. And we've been doing them now, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. And I recently went back and I looked at what are the views, like what are the ones, how many people are watching, what's getting the top hits. And the one that was like astronomically higher than any other of the tip videos, and I'm talking like the this like the Tom Brady of videos here. And that is the only time I'll ever make a sports reference, by the way, is it was the video of how not to use filler words.
Oh,
I was blown away because I spend all this time talking about many different things, right?
yeah.
Engagement and storytelling and nerves and then the one that I think is the sort of easiest to conquer, but I guess the most rampant is this idea of how to get rid of your filler words.
Are there specific techniques?
There is a specific technique that we teach, which is pausing. So
Mm.
you first you have to identify it, and so that goes back to let's videotape ourselves and figure out what our fillers are, and
Hmm.
or use Bravo because it'll help identify those for you.
Yeah.
And then what you don't want to do is say, I'm just going to stop using filler words because that's a fail right there. It is so hard to just simply stop doing something. What you want to do is replace it with something else. And the easiest, best thing to replace it with is a pause, or some people think of it as a breath.
Yeah.
Pause, breathe, and get that into your muscle memory versus or whatever you're doing, and then you get to a point where you don't have to think about it as much.